Hold on. Y'all, it's been a minute.
I know, you haven't been here in so long.
I know. I've been on the main TV and not our digital show. But it's good to be back here in studio with Ashley. I'm the host, Brianna Rittman, with Beyond the Headlines on beautiful WD+. We have the great Ashley Howarder. She's doing amazing, y'all. She's hit the ground running since she's been here. She's doing amazing. I love getting to co-host with Ashley. Ashley is going to start us off today. She went to Peoria Manual High School today. What special event did they have going on today, Ashley?
Well, they do this amazing thing where on Thursday mornings, they've been sticking to Thursdays. They like to go to these high schools and
Thursday afternoon in style in a party van, wearing her favorite color pink with her best friends by her side.
That was a preview to what we got later on the show. Nice. I am so sorry. Here we go.
But they like to go to these high schools and any school in the Peoria Public School District and cheer on these students as they get into class and start their day. And it's filled with local community members, board members, like city council members, like all of these people who represent the community, police officers. They're all there supporting these kids as they're walking to school, putting a smile on their face and letting the kids know that it's a safe place in the community, and they have, authority figures that they can reach out to, they can trust. These are people in their lives who are important. And it was super cool to see and just watch how, all the community members act with them, and just a lot of these kids don't even know, them personally. And, it was just super cool to see them be like, we're not a stranger, we're normal people too.
I know I see the Peoria police chief out there, and I know they have their walk and talks they do throughout the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Now, is this only at Manual High School? How long has this been going on?
Yeah, so they've been doing it the past year at a bunch of different high schools in the Peoria Public School District. And it kind of started because they felt like there was, a struggle with, teen violence and teen crime, in Peoria. And so they wanted the kids to feel like, they have these authority figures that they can trust and they can reach out to no matter what. And so it was super cool to see. And they've been doing it about a year, and they'd like to go and just circle it back, go to every school, see what they can do, connect with the kids. And it was super cool.
That is so awesome. It's just nice to see that because like you said, sometimes they don't even know. And as a journalist, there's probably a lot. As a kid, I think about my time as a child. And then as a journalist, some people I did not know.
Just did not know, yeah.
I only know these people because of the field I work in. Your school board members, your commissioners, your police chiefs, and the
Well, I also remember as a kid, being scared of my principal, and stuff like that, which is good, respect. But it's also if you need them, they're there. And I think that was the message they're trying to get across.
That is so funny. I can remember elementary school going to the principal's office to ask something because I wanted to do something for Girl Scouts. The answer was no, but it was cool. And that was one elementary school. I went to several as a military child, so that was the only one. But by the time I came into myself as I was growing and being more vocal. And then middle school was 8th grade because I wanted to have prom because they had a dance my 6th grade year. I didn't go. I was like, I'll have to go to 8th grade. They didn't do it 7th grade year. So I was like, hold up now.
Yeah.
Then I got to 8th grade. I'm like, hey, I don't know why we took a break last year, but I've been looking forward to this since 6th. And so I went to the principal and we were good. Miss Rosalind Westmith, may she rest in peace. But I went to, and then high school. Funny thing, my high school principal is related, I believe, to our state senator, Dick Durbin.
Really?
His name was Dan Durbin. They was calling Dirty Dan. Not to his face, okay? But I remember he said he had a politician in his family in Illinois, and then so here I am years later. Right, I was like, I got started working here, and I was like, you know what? I remember my principal saying this years ago, but he had popcorn. Here we do popcorn Fridays at the station, and so he used to have popcorn as long as his door was open and popcorn was in the machine, you can go in there and get it. So I have had some pretty, I also was a good student though, so there's that. But I was also, I had some pretty open policy. I think elementary school principals though are more fun, but I think a lot of that also deals with TV. What do you think? Like in TV, it shows like principal office. Ooh.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I actually have a secret. I never went to elementary school. I was homeschooled.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How was that? Transitioning, when you transitioned, what, middle school or high school?
Middle school. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a lot. I remember thinking in middle school, I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is crazy. Like, I remember like when my first like drama happened in middle school and I was like, shook up about it. I was, But yeah, I mean, my elementary school principal was my mom. And so I wasn't too scared of her, but I can see how it could be.
Right, like, ooh, who do I go to when I need relief?
Right,
on either end. I need relief
literally.
from school or I need relief from my mom. And my mom's an educator though, so, and she's an AP now, but she was an elementary school teacher. So elementary school, she was always down the hall. So I dare not show my behind. That's embarrassing. I don't, people, everybody will me. No, that's embarrassing. Like, that is embarrassing. That would have been embarrassing to her. She probably would have been like, well, if you want to show out, you want to show out. But
Right,
that was like, that's embarrassing getting in trouble by your mom at school.
Exactly.
Who does
Oh my
that?
gosh, that would be bad.
I was like, and maybe that's also middle school because when my dad retired, that's when I transitioned to middle school, and we were in my parents' home county. So my middle school was my dad's high school, and so everybody was related to me. So that's also another reason, like, I'll get in trouble at school before I get in trouble at home. By the time I got home, I would get home and it'd been too late.
Right.
So it was just like, there was no relief.
Right.
Be on your best behavior. I'm seeing you at church. You live down the road from my grandparents' house. Like,
Everyone's
going to
always
school in a small
connected.
town.
Yeah,
Right.
I get it. You know everyone. I'll tell people, I'll be like, like my school's so small. I knew like my friends' grandparents' birthdays. It was
Right.
just stuff like that. You do. Yeah.
This girl, I was speaking about my middle school principal. This girl on Facebook recently was like, she got bullied because she was related to the principal. I was like, people bullied you? I was like, she was your... And their last name is Smith, so it's like a common last name, where my last name is Rittman, so it's like, yes, we're all related.
Yeah,
but like with Smith, I was like, that was your grandma? Like, I never knew the principal was your grandmother.
Yeah,
Like, that's such an odd thing to make fun of somebody for.
Yeah, literally.
Like, I would try to be your best friend.
Right, duh.
But it's great that we're talking about back to school because it is back to school month. So many great memories. You have any special memories before we wrap up for break?
I really don't have any crazy back to school memories. I had weird back to school because I was in high school during the COVID era. So it was kind of weird. I didn't have the regular back to school transitions, but
Okay, wow. Well, for me, being the child of an educator, we spent a lot of time in the stores because like Staples used to have their penny sales, like 1 cent, and then they upped it at 5 cents. So to see how school supplies has gradually gotten, increased over the years, now I'm like, I wouldn't even know where, but we used to live in Staples or whichever was close to us, because in Washington State, Target was what was there. Guam, it was Kmart, and then South Carolina, that lady, Crystal, I don't know where you are, girl. I hope you're doing well. Crystal knew us by name. Because we're in the middle of the back to school, like tax free. So, Dollar General, Staples, everybody's has those sales, and it's also National Bargain Week or something we talked about earlier one time.
Yes, it was National Bargain Day. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, get those back to school bargains as much as possible because
go get them. Because school's starting now. So
schools now, and you can never have too many pens, pencils.
Never.
Your kids will lose them. As adults, we lose them. Think about how many pens you go through.
Yeah.
And you expect your 5-year-old.
Yep.
Come on now.
Yep.
Go ahead and get those pens and
Crayons break, markers dry out. Go get them. Yeah.
Kids eat them.
Yeah.
We gotta go to break, y'all. We'll be back because Ashley's gonna give us some updates from a local airport. We'll be right back.
Well, welcome back to Beyond the Headlines on WMVD Plus. Now, we talked about back to school
Right.
earlier, but now we're going to switch gears to airports. Okay. So, Representative Eric Sorensen, he has proposed this, he submitted this funding and this project to help the Central Illinois Regional Airport, also known as CIRA. And this way that they'll be able to repair, the boarding passenger bridges like we're seeing right there and make them more accessible for people and just really update the airport and everything they have going on. And he says that this project that he's proposing and he submitted for approval and now has to go to the Senate Aviation Committee. And this way it will help, more planes be able to come in. They'll be able to bring in more airlines, bigger planes, and they'll be able to go all over, more destinations too, which will bring more people in, to ISU, to the Central Illinois area, to Bloomington Normal, because there really isn't a huge airport around here. I mean, that's something like I always tell my friends who live up in the Chicago suburbs, like, it's crazy that to go international, we always have to drive 3 hours to the airport or something like that,
Right.
So this way, I mean, don't know if there'll be any international flights, but with this project he's proposing, it'll really help, revamp the airport and make it more accessible for anyone coming in.
Sarah, girl, you must be trying to go international or something.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, just a couple of weeks ago, we had some updates. They doing the parking lot. And,
They're doing a lot.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see you, Sarah.
Yeah,
I see
they're
you.
doing a lot. So, I mean, it'll be super exciting. And it's a $1.25 million that he submitted. I think
Okay.
he's working with Senator Tammy Duckworth to, maybe get in some more funding for it, as we go along. But yeah, it's now up to the Senate Aviation Subcommittee, and it's exciting for Sierra. I mean, there's a lot coming.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've never even flown out of Sierra. I can't.
Really?
We fly out of Peoria, maybe Quad
Okay,
Cities
'cause you're over here.
sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. What about where have you flown from?
I've flown from Sierra and Midway and O'Hare before. Sometimes some flights actually make you go from like Sierra
to Chicago,
to
and
Chicago,
yeah.
then out, or
Yeah.
coming back in. It does that. Stops us in Chicago, coming back. I haven't done PIA yet.
Really? They're probably pretty similar, to be
Right,
honest. Yeah.
actually, and Sierra's like 2 minutes from me.
Right.
So it's
I
just-
actually had the best experience at PIA once. I was flying to Denver. My grandparents live out there. And I was going to be there for a long time. So I had like a check bag and everything. And their Wi-Fi was down or something. And I went to go put my check bag on the weight. And they couldn't even tell how much it weighed. So they're like, oh well, doesn't matter. Totally was well over 50 pounds. But hey, that was a good day.
Listen, my most recent was last October. I was going somewhere, and they got that. You're supposed to be there by a certain time to get that bag through. That man came out there and was like, "Hey, I'll take you." And I'm sitting there like, "Lord, please let these people take this stuff." And he just did it like it was normal. I didn't mention the time, and then we're waiting to board, and I hear Brianna Rittman. Da, 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 da. I said, "Oh my God!" So then this lady was like, "Hey, I don't know why he did that, but we were able to fit it." But it might not make it because we had to stop in Atlanta. And I was like, logically, ma'am, if you put it on your plane
Right.
and it gets to Atlanta,
Why
wouldn't it make it to where I'm going to?
Yeah.
It made it. I didn't give her any lip. I didn't want her
I've
to take it off and say,
always-
technically, I can take it off. So I was just like,
Yeah,
I
I've
said, it's on
always
the
been
plane.
confused
I
about
said,
that.
did you put it on the plane right now? Like, if I get on this plane, it's on the plane with me too? She was like, yes. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
We
that's
good.
fine. Yep.
I said, yes.
Yep. I know that connecting your bag to your flight thing, that confuses me. I don't think every time I'm at the airport, I'm always like, where do these people walk in for work? I don't know. It always the Starbucks work at the airport. They just walk through the entire worker
Right.
for work. That always confused me.
Places like that. I'm like, where do y'all park? What are y'all doing? But yes, I was like, ma'am.
Yeah.
Is
It
it?
must take you an hour to even get from the parking lot to the works saw it. I don't know.
I was like, ma'am, is my plane? I said, is my suitcase on the plane right now?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, we put it on. They just might. I'm like, so what? Are they gonna look at the timestamp in Atlanta and be like, oh, she didn't get
she
it.
didn't make it.
So
She
and leaving
can't
in
do it.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
Like,
And Atlanta's like the biggest airport in the world, I think. Like
that thing is at Hartsfield Jackson. I don't get to South Carolina because that's where I was headed to Charleston. I was like, yes, ma'am, that's her. I don't remember his name, and it's but he's near. I was like, may your pillow be cold every night.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because, yeah. Sir, and I would, even if I did remember, I would not say it because I'm not trying to get him in trouble.
Right.
Because I
Right.
was like, thank you, sir. That's
Yes.
what you can do at small airports, though. You can't do that.
Yeah, big
You
ones.
can't.
Yeah. Sometimes you get lucky at big ones. I remember I flew out of O'Hare a few weeks ago and my bag was like 53 pounds and he was like, just go. And I was like, thank you. Thank you.
Like, thank you, please. Like, I don't have time to pay the extra. I don't have the money for this.
No, it's like $100 sometimes.
I was just like, please.
I'm like, we're not gonna die if my bag is 3 pounds overweight. Like, we're not gonna die. It'll be fine.
It's funny we're talking about all these airport
Right.
adventures because it is American Adventures Month. Now, we're talking about air travel, but this is more like your road tripping, your national parks and anything. Before we go to break, do you have anything you want to share about
This summer, I got to go to Acadia National Park. It was beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, my sisters are actually in Banff right now
Okay.
in Canada, so that's fun. What about you?
I've done the Smoky Mountains.
Okay.
I like that. But one of my favorites is, okay, I can talk about me being an educator and a veteran's daughter. I'm sorry. I love my parents. So my dad, when he retired, we road tripped from Washington State to Florida. So
Oh,
that
fun.
was fun. And when I get to a job where I can take an extended vacation, I want to do something. I'm a road tripper. I think that's where that comes from. Physically, though, I don't care for it because sometimes I'm like, no, I'm tired of driving. But I like road
Right.
trips because I can stop and go and
Yeah.
sightsee. So like when I saw the Smoky Mountains, it wasn't because I was traveling to go to the Smoky Mountains. I
Right.
was driving from here to South Carolina, and I was like, oh, I got time, and just stop because I'm
Yeah.
like I'm not rushed to go
Right.
anywhere. So
It's so funny we hate being rushed, but we work in an industry that's like
and maybe
so
that's why I'm
rushed.
like, okay, now
Like
I can
relax. Yeah.
decompress.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when we return, a teen girl is ringing the bell. She's cancer-free in remission, and she's in Ohio, but she celebrated in style. So that's why we're bringing it to you
right.
in Illinois. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines on WMBD Plus. For 2 years, an Ohio teenage girl has fought a battle no child should ever have to face. A cancer that started with a tumor in her stomach spread throughout her body. And now that teen's cancer is now in remission.
And she's celebrated by ringing the bell at Akron Children's Hospital. Jennifer Jordan shows us the special moment.
She arrived at Akron Children's Hospital Tuesday afternoon in style. Party van, wearing her favorite color pink, with her best friends by her side.
I'm excited. I feel like it's just like a mix of emotions. Like, I don't really know how to feel. It's almost surreal.
But for 14-year-old Ella Thomas of Dalton, the real celebration was waiting inside. Ella has spent the past 2 years battling stage 4 neuroblastoma, but today she walked through a human tunnel comprised of family, friends, doctors, nurses, even Cavs dancers, all cheering toward one moment, the bell. Neuroblastoma is a rare type of cancer that primarily affects infants and young children. Doctors found a tumor in Ella's stomach that eventually spread throughout her body, her first symptoms surfacing at age 12.
Took my temperature, and then it was like 100.1 or something. So then we rushed here to the hospital. We ended up getting admitted. Then about a week later, after we got some biopsies and stuff, we found out we saw my tumor earlier, but then we found out it was a cancer.
She endured chemo, radiation, stem cell transplants, and immunotherapy, Her parents and doctors say through it all, she never lost her fight.
To have tandem stem cell transplants, which that is when she was the absolute sickest last summer.
That she had a couple hiccups along the way where we had to take a little break for her body to heal before we were able to do some of the treatments, but it was a long road, but she battled through.
Project Outrun helped the cancer team make this bell-ringing ceremony as special as Ella. With her final radiation treatment 2 months ago and now in remission, it's the sound she had been waiting to hear. Surrounded by everyone who helped carry her through the fight. In Akron, Jennifer Jordan.
Wow.
That's how you do it.
That is how you do it. That's beautiful. That gave me chills.
I love that. Seeing when I first saw this, reviewing it ahead of time, and I was like, okay, party bus, pretty in pink. Like, that is celebrate anything.
Yes.
That's how you should celebrate.
And she should
Like,
celebrate for the rest of her life.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like, she should be every year.
Wow.
They doing a pretty in pink style, like having the friends and family, the calf dancers, like
Yeah.
I was like, yes,
Yes.
girl,
Yes.
go ahead. I love that.
I do too.
am a big supporter of celebrations. I don't
Me
care
too.
consider how big
Right.
or small it is. Celebrate.
Yep. I agree. Yeah, I cleaned my room last night and I was like, I'm gonna go open a root beer. Like,
Hello.
like,
Exactly.
duh.
Romanticize your life. Celebrate your
Exactly.
life. I
Yep.
love that. So seeing how she and you get so many stories. Thankfully, we're getting stories of like people recovering and being in remission. I see on social media a lot of people are celebrating, whether a child, a parent, or whatever, or whomever ringing the bell. So it's so nice to see those all the time. To see those success stories, but to see the way she did it, I was like,
Yeah.
girl, you are a trendsetter.
Yes, and everyone there supporting her is even just puts the cherry on top.
And
you know,
it's
that's
like,
incredible.
Yes, you should. I hope
Yes.
she even had, not only at the hospital, I hope they went out to dinner. I hope they
Yeah.
rented out the rec center, had a DJ and everything.
Yes,
Like,
I hope that she had her own prom, had her own whatever, like a
Right.
big dance party to celebrate. Yeah.
that is so awesome.
Yep.
And we're going to close out the show we're going to switch gears here just a little bit. So we've been, usually we do National Today at the end, but as you noticed, we did the months, what August represents for certain things, like we did American Adventures Month and Back to School Month. It's also called Rawgust, and I'm not speaking in Scooby-Doo language, okay? It's Rawgust as in raw, and it's August as in like your produce, unprocessed foods, which I think is timely because not only because of what's going on with Cyclospora, but, we coming into harvest season.
Yeah.
The people at our job that got the farms in their family, they keep bringing us stuff.
I know. I keep saying I need to bring you stuff. My family has a huge garden. I need to bring you stuff. Fiona.
Yes, I have been getting gifted tomatoes and cucumbers and
You've been eating good.
peppers. I am eating good. You wonder why I got clear skin, y'all. Fresh produce.
Fresh food.
And as it relates to Cyclospora, we've been doing so many reports about it and how farmers markets are actually going up there because people are, farm to table. Farm to table. So
That was
the way to
picked
go.
that day. Yep.
So that is really good. And I'm a big proponent of that. I love supporting local businesses in any way that I can. So I love going to a farmer's market.
It's fun.
It's a nice adventure.
Yeah.
That's what I can go to the smallest of town. And if they got a farmer's market, I will be there.
Period.
People are like, oh, what you doing in this city?
And that's
What's
where the
over
farmers
there?
are at.
Yeah, they think I go to places to party. No, I'm looking for the farmer's market. I want to see how you make your jellies and jams.
Yes.
How you make your homemade soaps.
Yes.
How you got whatever. And it's so fun because I love to express trying to eat things in season and in your region. So I love to see what's native to your region. Because some things I get in Florida or Tennessee
Right.
are different from Illinois.
Yes.
So I just love, and I love to see the talent.
Yes.
I'm like, you can do that?
You gotta have a green thumb. You gotta have a green thumb.
Right. One farmer's market I went to, a guy did wooden spoons. He carved them. I was like,
That's cool. Wooden
know you
spoons.
do-
Yeah, I love the wooden. Yeah. Or like cutting boards and stuff like
yes,
that.
the talent people have.
Yeah. Crazy.
Farmers market. As a journalist, and I specialize in features. Farmers markets, I love them.
Yeah,
I love them.
they're great. Visual.
Hello. One time I went to a festival when I started working here. When I worked weekends, there was a festival. It's the the one Fulton County and all of them do where it's like 4 of them, Spoon River Drive Festival or something. It's
The
like
Scenic Drive.
the Scenic Drive. There
Yep.
you go. That
Fulton
one.
County girl, so yep.
There you go. That one. And there was a guy that was a blind carver. Every now and then I stumble across his thing. So yeah. Oh, that was perfect timing though. Because we gotta close out anyway. Oh, we gotta close out anyway, y'all. I guess that was like, hey, wrap it up. That was the technology
so funny.
saying, let's
yeah,
go.
it's time.
But yeah, thank you for joining us for this episode of Beyond the Headlines on WMVD Plus.
You can find all these stories and more on our website, ciproud.com.
Bye.